Hello, Emma here. This week I want to talk to you about 3 surprising law of attraction practices that will make you happier. The first one of those is practice gratitude. It's something we don't do nearly enough of. And it's a practice that you can do every single day. And it's a good idea to do this first thing in the morning. But you can do it anytime at once, and you can do it all the time. You know, it doesn't have to just be something that you practice. However, it will help train your brain if you actually sit down and write these things out. And over time, what you're doing is you are creating new neural pathways in your brain that will automatically pick up on things that you're grateful for. So practicing gratitude. And what I would suggest is write 3 things down as a minimum, 3 things down every day that you are grateful for. I started practicing gratitude as a practice, as a daily discipline, daily practice, about a year ago. And what I find now, and I mean this happened a long time, it's how long I've been practicing gratitude, intentionally for. But what started to happen after a little while is I couldn't stop at 3. 3 wasn't enough. Things were just popping into my mind because I've trained my mind to pick up on those things. And all throughout the day and during the day, I notice little things that please me and make me happy. Whether it's just the birds singing in the background, or I notice some flowers or something. And that's by practicing gratitude, because it's always on my mind. I've got things to go on my gratitude list, so my brain has been trained to bringing them towards me. Now, when you focus on things that please you, the things that make you happy, you create serotonin. And that's important, and I'm going to come back to that at the end. So the first practice that will make you happier is practicing gratitude. Now, the second thing that I want you to start practicing, it's up to you if you do it or not, but that if you start practicing this, it will make you happier, is think in terms of how can I serve better, instead of thinking what can I get. And if you switch the way you're focusing on it to it not being about you, it being about what you can do for other people, on how you can help somebody in your life. It might be in your job, it might be creating income, it might be somebody that needs a bit of support. I'm just coming up with ideas off the top of my head. But, especially if there is something you want, think in terms of how can I serve better? How can you make something better than you did before? At work, how can you serve somebody in another department better, or somebody in your own department better? How can you serve your customers better? And I promise you, it will come back at you tenfold. If you are putting out there the best you can, if you are being the best you can, if you are doing things for other people, if you are serving other people intentionally, it will come back at you. And if that's abundance, financial abundance, or health, or whatever, it will come back at you. These are part of the law of attraction that work in mysterious ways, but they do always work. So think in terms of how can I serve better? And then the third thing is giving unconditionally. Giving of your information, your time, your attention, giving something without expecting anything in return. And it will make you happier. Do you know, one of the things that is proven by science to make us the happiest is giving to others and helping others. And again, it's creating those neurotransmitters, this time dopamine and serotonin, that makes us feel good, makes us feel happier. What I would ward against is giving with expecting something in return. And it's surprising, perhaps not, how many people do that. They come back with, I've done this for them, I've done that, I'm always putting myself out, and nobody ever does anything for me in return. Okay, that's not giving unconditionally. And that will just create anxiety in your life. It will just create you to be miserable. It won't affect those other people because they won't know what's going on in your mind, but it will affect you. And it will create adrenaline, or it certainly won't create serotonin. If you don't have enough serotonin, you feel miserable. If you have too much adrenaline, you feel anxious and stressed and angry. Right? So that's not going to help you at all. But giving unconditionally and intentionally, without expecting anything in return, it will make you happier. And when things, and again, I can absolutely guarantee that you will get in return, but only when you give without any expectation, without any condition, just giving because you want to. And the universe will send stuff back to you. You will get whatever you want, but it just takes you to put yourself out first. And it's the same with the gratitude. It takes you to notice what you're grateful for before you get things to be grateful for. It takes you to serve better before you get more things in return. It takes you to give unconditionally before you receive anything. And that's important. Do it without any conditions. Now, when you do these things without any conditions, when you practice gratitude, when you practice giving, when you practice serving better, you are creating serotonin. You're doing positive activity, positive thinking, and positive interaction. And those three things are the three things that produce the neurotransmitter serotonin, which not only connects you on an intellectual level, so you think rationally, you come up with solutions, and you're happy, calm, and in control of your life, but it makes you happy. It's one of nature's rewards for doing the right things in life, and you feel happier. So that's the science between these surprising law of attraction practices that are guaranteed to make you happier. And you can start practicing them anytime you want.